Good morning, profitable traders. Welcome to the market color session. Today being the 7th of May 2025. So good to have each and every one of you around for the analysis for today. If this is your very first time joining in for the market color session, you're welcome. We do this every day, Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. and 2 p.m. Right. So I'd like to crave our indulgence. Kindly share the link to this market color session with everyone on your various social media platforms so that this can get to as many people as possible and a lot of people can participate. So I'll be giving us 30 seconds to do that. And right after that, we'll be heading straight to the analysis of today. For this segment of the London market color session, I will be analyzing GBP USD, Euro USD, and DXY. Right after that, CJ will be coming up with analysis on gold and the yen basket. While we're still doing that, I'd like to use this opportunity to announce that the Traders Bootcamp 2025 Abuja is just by the corner. We'll be rolling out more information during the course of the week, but I'd like us to take note of that. If you are within Abuja, it's a great time to connect with other traders. Just as I said, we will be rolling out more information concerning that. So on the XY, monthly time frame, as seen right here, nothing has really changed really. We're just seeing more push to the downside, right? To care of all of this liquidity residing right here. And on the weekly time frame, we've seen this push to the downside. Or we want to see some retracement into this very fair value gap at 100.998. And on the daily time frame, to make it even juicier, we would like to see price retracing into this very other block right here. This other block right here at 102.916. Right, but for today, what am I expecting price to do? If I see a break of this low right here, I am interested in taking sell opportunities on DXY. I want to see a break at 98.952. Narrowing down to the 1 hour time frame, I can even see our entry for a sell already, right? But it's not like it's ripe yet, but once I see price retracing into this very left shoulder at 99.937 on the 1 hour time frame, I'm willing to take short positions for the XY. So I'm looking for opportunities to short the XY and down to GBP USD. GBP USD monthly time frame. The monthly time frame, we're even seeing that structures to the downside, right? And we've been seeing a struggle around this very high at 1.34010, right? But eventually we should see a break above this very high right here and down to the weekly time frame. Box pattern failure, price struggling to break out this high at 1.33973. But eventually we should see a break of that high on the 4 hour time frame. And the 4 hour time frame, my target for today is I should see price take out this very high at 1.34448. So if I'm looking for buy opportunities on GBP USD, where am I willing to take my buys from? Shoulder right here, sweep to the downside, break to the upside. I want to see price retracing at 1.32708 on the 1 hour time frame, and I'm willing to, take my long positions. Of course, we would have to wait for price to get to that very level before taking long positions on GBP USD. Even on the 15 minutes time frame, coinciding with what we saw on the 1 hour time frame, there's the left shoulder right here, sweep to the downside, move to the upside. We should see price increasing into this very left shoulder again at 1.32708. And down to Euro USD, being the last outlook for today. The monthly time frame, we haven't really seen any change per se yet, right? Price, grab of this liquidity to the upside, and on the weekly time frame too, we've seen a break of this very low, pair of this very double top right here because liquidity is residing right here. So what we want to see is at least some retracement into this verified value gap at 1.3413 on the weekly time frame. Plus, and on the daily time frame, Fibonacci's most recent swing from point A to point B. You should see price retracing at least into 50% fib level, right? And further down into 61.8% fib level because this level actually coincides with the fair value gap residing right here at 1.11449. So once you see price retracing into that level, you should narrow down to our lower time frame to look out for buy opportunities. Right. But for today, what am I expecting? Price should clear this high and eventually come for this very high on the 4-hour time frame. To make things even juicier, you can spot the box pattern for a buy on Euro USD. Shoulder right here at 1.12991. Sweep to the downside, break to the upside. We want to see price tracing into 1.12991 on the 1-hour time frame. On the 15 minutes time frame too, pretty much. Shoulder right here at 1.12991. Sweep to the downside, break to the upside. We want to see price returning into this very left shoulder. And there's even a fair value gap right here, coinciding with the very left shoulder we're looking out for. The fair value gap right here that price should eventually trade into before buying all the way. So on the XY, I'm looking out for sell opportunities and buy opportunities on GBP USD and Euro USD. At this point in time, we will be entertaining questions or a different bias from what has been analyzed. While we're still typing our questions in the chat box or a different bias from the analysis so far, registration for the FX bootcamp training and the ATM cash flow training is currently ongoing. You can chat us up on 081 6099 5030. And also, we are coming to the city of Abuja for the Traders Bootcamp 2025. Do well to plan, do well to prepare, and kindly attend. If there are no questions, we'll be going on a very brief break. And after that, CJ will be coming up for his analysis on gold and yen baskets. Have a good trading day. Stay tuned. We'll be back shortly after this very brief break. Cheers and God bless.
Good morning and welcome back to the Market Caller for today, the 7th of May 2025. We're excited to have you all here once again. And we're going to proceed with the analysis for today as we take a look at gold against the dollar. And then we'll look at the yen basket and the yen pairs. All right, so straight into the charts as we start off with gold against the dollar. Starting off with our daily time frame, you would see that gold played out almost exactly as we analyzed last week and on Monday. We analyzed that last week, we analyzed that we were expecting to see gold retrace into this level right here. If you remember, the chart is still there, and then give us a pullback. This is an order block that we marked out on gold, and we're expecting to see trade into this level here, and then resume back to the upside. And you can see that price is just playing out according to our analysis. Right now, we would have to go to the lower time frame to see further price actions that we might be expecting to play out in the remaining part of today. Starting off with this move right here, from here all the way to this upside, we are seeing that gold has made that move, and right now it is tracing. We're expecting another expansion to the upside. For me, at this moment, I am bullish on gold. Okay, considering what has happened recently, I'm very bullish on gold. I'm expecting to see gold ride all the way up, and then even go and trade a little above this level right here before it starts selling down, because on the higher time frame and using fundamentals as well, there is no particular reason at the moment why gold should be trading further higher than 3,500 at the moment, but we could see it revisit that price point once again. So it's not bad if we see gold trade into this level again before another round of sell. So I'm expecting to see gold buy into this level here, and then maybe a sell. And for that, we'll be looking at our 1 hour time frame to also see possible places where we could enter our gold buys from. So I'm seeing that gold is trading off this 4 hour order block right here. I would be wanting to see what is going on in the lower time frames so that I can take advantage of it as well. Now, looking at the 15 minutes time frame, you'd also see that price has created something like this and has broken it. So we could see some sweep of all this liquidity before price finally trades to the upside. So we could see a sweep of all this liquidity. So for today, one thing that we might be looking out for is to see gold sell off to grab all this liquidity and then trade to the upside. So if it's grabbing those liquidity, where will it possibly trade to? Here is one of the levels it might trade to, and here is another level that it might trade to. So either of these two levels are strong points of interest for gold at the moment. So I'm looking to see what gold is going to do around these two levels. So for today, into the remaining part of this week, first off, I want to see gold sweep these lows and then take a buy from there. So I'm expecting a sell-off on gold into this level and then a buy back afterwards. So talking about sell-off, let's look out for places where we might be seeing entry signatures printing out for us. Now, starting off with on the 5 minutes time frame, I want to see something like this to happen on gold. So price trade into this level here, and then the sell-off. So my first sell for gold will be from here, and then targeting to take out all these lows all the way here. So this is going to be my first sell for gold. Once I see gold trading into this level here, I'll be taking my sell. So my entry is going to be somewhere around 3392 spot 87, 3392 spot 87. My stop loss is also going to be around 3398. So stop loss at 3398 spot 20, entry at 3392 spot 96. And then my TP, I usually like to keep my TP a little bit away from where I initially expect it to be. So we're going to be targeting 3362 spot 99. Okay. So this is my buyers on gold. This is the entry that I'm waiting for today to play out on gold. And then when it trades that way and trade into this point of interest, I will now start looking for a buy. So my first analysis is for a sell on gold, and then the second is for a buy. Now let's move over to the yen basket. So if you're looking at the yen basket, it retraced into this level, went further deeper than we analyzed. We're looking to see it fill up this other fair value gap rather before trading back to the upside, but it went even deeper. But right now we're seeing that the yen basket is gaining more momentum to the upside, and moving into the remaining part of the week, I expect it to continue buying to the upside, as nothing is going to be preventing it from doing so at the moment. Okay, so relating the yen basket to other pairs, you would see that the GBP JPY and Euro JPY has been selling, and we're expecting them to continue selling. They've given us clear sell patterns, and we'll be looking for further trades in that direction. Okay, so for GBP JPY, you could see that it traded from this other block, and now it's trading away from it. So it traded to the other block, and now it's trading away from it. So I expect that to continue moving forward. Now, if you look at 4-hour time frame, same thing is playing out. I want to see a clear break of structure of the 4-hour time frame to initiate a proper sell trend on the GBP JPY. So while that is happening, we could keep taking trades off here. Now for today, what are we looking to see? We might see a possible retracement of GBP JPY a little above to grab all this liquidity before the final sell. Now, if it's going to do if it's going to have a very lengthy sell, a lengthy buy move, then it might be trading all the way to this breaker block before selling. Okay, so we might see something like this before the sell. If that doesn't happen, then we would see it just take out this liquidity around here and then sell off. So all this liquidity here could be a target, and then once it starts taking them out, to now start selling. So two things might happen. Either price takes out this liquidity and then sells off from here, or trades all the way here and then sell off. And in that regard, we'll be taking a buy on GBP JPY. We'll be looking out for buys on GBP JPY right now. And when that buy shows up, then we'll be taking a move. So for me, what I've been expecting to see as my first sign of a buy was a breakout of this level here to take out this high. And price did that early this morning. So right now I'm expecting a buy trade on GBP JPY. So what I'm looking out for is my entry signature to print. Once price just retrace a little and then gives me the entry signature. I think I've shared some of the entry signatures a couple of market color sessions ago. So you can look out for that. I'll be looking for engulfing patterns. I'll be looking for variation patterns, what you call morning star patterns. I'll be looking out for it. So you can go and check out engulfing pattern and morning star pattern on Google, and you should find some graphics that will explain that to you. So these are the things I'm looking out for on GBP JPY. Once I see it, I'll be taking my buy to the upside. Same thing goes for Euro JPY. I'm expecting to see those patterns print out, and when they show up, I'll be taking my buys to the upside. So I'm expecting a buy on Euro JPY. I'm expecting a buy on GBP JPY. Now, mind you, these buys are going to be more like day trading, because I just want to grab a few pips and then sell, because from our analysis on the higher time frame, it is clear that the overall direction of Euro JPY and GBP JPY is for a sell. So we'll just quickly grab those buys, because they could come in about 50 to 100 pips in terms of the buys before the sell. So I want to grab that out quickly before the sell starts happening. So for Euro JPY, I'm expecting similar thing as I have on GBP JPY before the sell. So the overall bias is for a sell, but I want to grab quick buys before the sell. But if we do not see those buys forming, we now start seeing more signs of sells. It means that we might not have a deeper retracement as we expect. Looking at Euro JPY, let's just take one more look at GBP JPY. So I'll show you something. Now looking at GBP JPY, like I said, we could see it come to grab all this liquidity before the sell. This is the liquidity on 1 hour time frame. You can also see it on 15 minutes time frame. It will grab all this liquidity before the sell. But if it doesn't do so, and instead starts breaking structure like this here, then we'll start looking for sells. Okay, because it means that the sell has resumed and it's not going to have that deep retracement. But as expected, we're waiting to see a deep retracement. Now for Euro JPY, we're expecting the same thing, a deep retracement. But if that deep retracement doesn't happen, then we'll just be expecting it to continue selling. So this is the first liquidity point. All this diagonal liquidity residing around here. I'm expecting Euro JPY to go ahead and grab them and then start selling. But if that doesn't happen, now we start seeing a shift in market structure earlier than we anticipated, like price taking out this low, for instance. Then I'll change my bias for a sell. Because pairs like this, when you have a short-term bias, you should also, when you have a long-term bias, you can also look out for short-term bias, because it could be about 100 pips if you move in your direction. Let's calculate this, for instance. Looking at Euro JPY, I mean, if you move to our direction to grab all this liquidity, looking at about 150 pips. All right, it's not common on pairs like EU and GU. So on GJ, EJ, UJ, you can grab trades both to the upside and to the downside, and we can be correct in all cases. So for Euro JPY, I'm expecting it to buy all the way here. So I'm waiting for entry signature to print out because everything is showing me clarity for a buy all the way here. So if that prints out, I'll take my buy to the upside. Okay, but if that doesn't happen and I see price going further down to break this low, then I'll switch my bias to a sell because the predominant trend on the higher time frame is a sell. Okay, so I hope this is clear and I hope everyone understands what we've analyzed so far. And then finally on USD JPY, we're expecting pretty much the same thing. The bias or the original direction from the higher time frame is for a sell. Okay, but however, we'll be looking for buy trades to grab all this liquidity and then continue selling on USD JPY. So we can be looking out for buys on USD JPY, right? And if we see the buys playing out, we're going to take them and then we'll be targeting all these diagonal highs to the upside. And once it's done, we will be expecting the sell to resume. So this is what I'm anticipating on USD JPY. I'm looking out for a buy. And once the buy plays out, I'll be taking my trade. So for USD JPY, this is what I want to wait for. I like to see schematics that makes me more patient while trading, and that's going to help me not to take erratic decisions in the market. So for USD JPY, I'll wait for it to break this high. Once it breaks this high and comes back, then I'll take my buy. So I want to see something like this, break here, return somewhere around here, this fair value gap here, return there, and then I'll take my buy to the upside. So this is what I'm expecting on USD JPY. So if it plays out, good and fine, we take our trades and make some bucks off the market. Okay, so these are the pairs that we're looking at today, and we hope you all are able to take advantage of the analysis that we've shared so far. If you have any question regarding what we've shared so far, please make sure to send your questions right here, or you can also share your questions to the group. Okay, all right, so let me take one comment that we've seen. Portals FX says, CJ, you're right. You will hardly get a one-way move on EU and GU, but GJ and EJ, once they resume to go away, they have resumed. That is one thing that EU and GJ and EJ have shown you over time. You can just be waiting for a move to play out, and then once you are late, it's hard that it's going to come back your way. So it's best to take all the opportunities you see, applying proper risk management so that even if 1 out of 3 goes your direction, you're going to make a lot from it. Because, I mean, if you're using, just assume you're using 20 pips stop loss on GJ, and then you have 2 losses. Those 2 losses are 40 pips in total. If you have one move in your direction, it could go as far as 150 or 200 pips in one direction before retracing. So you can be getting 200 pips after you sacrifice your 2 entries for about 40 pips. So overall, you'll be about 160 pips or maybe 110 pips, as the case may be, in profit. So GJ and EJ have this these things in common. So we can be waiting for it to get to your entry pattern, your entry level, and it's not going to get there, to just keep going. So if we've seen a direction that is heading to, we'll just take that direction and trade it. And then if it gets to our point of interest, we take it to the next level so that we just ride trade. It's always good to take swing trades on GJ and EJ because that's how you maximize your profits. Okay, even though you're keeping your stop loss at 20 pips, 30 pips, but when it's moving in your direction, make sure you maximize. Don't be afraid to stay in the trade. All right, so for instance, if you are stayed in this sell, let's just assume you took a sell from here. If you are stayed in the sell from here all the way to the downside, right after price filled up this other fair value gap here, if you are taking your trade from here, this is about 142 pips in just one day. That was just yesterday. Now if you looked at Monday sell, that is about another 130 pips. Maybe if you had exited at this low here, because you want to be factual, so you would have maybe exited at this low after taking your entry somewhere around here. So imagine just for London session alone, you would have been in 65 pips profits. Even though New York session reversed it, but on London session, you'll be targeting this low. So you'd have been in 65 pips profit. So it's always good to maximize your trades on GJ and EJ and all the other Japanese yen paired currencies. So for this guy, we know that the predominant trend this week, we're seeing UJ, EJ, GJ, all of them, they are selling this week. So we'll just wait for a retracement. But before that happens, if this is going to be a deep retracement, we should be a part of it because we're going to take a lot of profit. So for UJ, we're waiting for the break of structure, and then we'll take a buy to the upside. And then for EJ, it is already broken, so we're just waiting for a quick retracement, our entry pattern to show up, and then we'll take a buy. And then for GJ, the same thing, waiting for a quick retracement, entry pattern to print out, and we'll take a buy. Well, if the buy bias does not hold, then it means that the sell is going to resume. And for the sell to resume, we'll mark out the immediate lows. That's one thing I always do. Mark out the immediate lows that is going to initiate that a sell is taking place. So once we see price breaking those lows, we'll switch our bias to the original trend and then ride it all the way to the downside. Okay? So I hope this is clear and objective, that it's enough for you to make a quick decision on these pairs we've analyzed so far. All right. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining today's Market Color. We hope you grabbed something from today. My name is CJ, and we're going to be seeing you by 2 p.m. GMT+1 for the New York Market Color session. Until then, wish you good luck and good trading. Cheers and God bless you.